Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? I'd like to welcome you to our broadcast today. Like always, we appreciate the fact that you guys keep coming back and you keep supporting us, no matter how boring our story is, because we don't we don't talk about the gossips. Okay, we talk about things that are tough to talk about. Okay, we talk about conscious things. We say the things that um you don't hear the real truth behind the stories on mainstream media, but that's what we want to devote our time to talking about. Today is one of those days that I am very, very angry. Like, I am very, very upset. I am upset because at a time when other countries are talking about, measuring milestones in scientific discoveries, advancements in medicine, you know, winning awards in so many fields of endeavor. 2021, when Elon Musk, what's his name, is talking about flying people around the world in minutes, things that should take hours. He's talking about using the rocket to fly people around the world in minutes in Nigeria. The same people who are trying to pioneer this effort, they are the ones that the government is turning after. It is with that kind of mindset that I'm going to bring my guest today to our show today. This person has been here before, but now I am so upset that I am really praying that I am able to handle myself correctly, and be whatever, politically correct, be whatever today, because I you see, just even constructing the English is a bit difficult for me because of how I'm feeling. I am so upset. I am so upset at a time where there's insecurity everywhere, at a time when all we are discussing is cows, cows, cows. You have the guts to allow me to read in the dailies, to allow me to be reading that whether there's assassination attempt on this my guest's life. That is totally unacceptable. We will not accept it. We will not. No, this one is the one. We will not accept it. Anyway, I have in the studio today a friend of mine, a brother, someone I've come to really, really respect, Dele Farotimi. Dele, you're welcome.
I know it's morning at your own end, so let me say good morning, Chidi, or good afternoon to those of us who are here in Nigeria together.
My brother,
Good afternoon. How are you, brother?
if not that you want to remain positive, I'll be asking you. There's nothing good about this morning for my side here.
Nah, this comes with the territory. It's nothing new. There is nobody in Nigeria in the conscious space who would be surprised by any one of the things that has happened in the past few days or about the news of the assassination plot against me. Is like, honestly, it's really nothing new. There is no way you are going to be in Nigeria, be conscious of what is going on around you and not piss off the powers that be in some way or the other. The only thing in my situation is that I was blessed to have had someone inform me of what was going on. I might have been blissfully unaware and simply walk into the trouble. But it pleased God that I was warned. I had somebody warn me. If it wasn't for that, anything would have happened. And that's how it has happened to so many other persons in the past. It's nothing new. Nigeria is a killing field. They design all sorts of deaths for people every day. How many people are really kidnapped by Fulani herdsmen? Some of them might be people who they've arranged Fulani herdsmen for. Everything is a catch-all phrase now. Once you say it's Fulani herdsmen, the police are excused from having to find the killers. Once you say it's armed robber, Nigerian police are equally they are excused from looking for the killers. So if one is blessed to have the plan leaked as it was in my own case, at least you have sufficient time to properly allocate the blame. You have sufficient time to prepare to make yourself a little scarcer than usual. It's nothing new. There is nobody in the activist space in Nigeria today who does not live with the specter of the fear of what these crooked, wicked people in power in Nigeria could do to you at any point in time. If your fears are not economical, it will be for your life and limb. So at some point, you must have conquered it before you dare to open your mouth and still be living in Nigeria. Look at Yele, if we must tell ourselves the truth, really. If you offend the federal government, you can expect incarceration. You can expect the judicial system to be deployed against you. Any number of things might happen to you once you are against the government at the federal level. Once it's the state, you then begin to find that almost in every state of Nigeria, there is a relationship between the criminal elements in the society and the governing hegemonies in each of these states. It's not peculiar to Lagos. It's just that the one in Lagos is so readily obvious. But when you find that there are NURTW clashes about who is to control the motor park, what you are really saying is that the organized crime and the political criminals, the organized crime families and the political crime families, they found ways to work together. So they provide the muscle during elections, they provide the muscle when they need to also muscle those of us who wouldn't keep quiet. So these potentials were always there. If anything, just help me thank God that at least the plan was leaked. I have the opportunity to shout. So many people didn't have the opportunity or the grace. They were just wasted. Too many. People killed in traffic hold-ups, and they'll say it was armed robbers that stole only laptop or stole just a phone. Or in some cases, stole nothing. And it's nothing new. These things happen all the time in Nigeria. Completely random people who done nothing to nobody, who are not even activists, and they'll be going, and the next moment, they'll say it's a random robbery. Nothing random about it. Just silence. So I'm thankful that at least I got warned. Thank you.
Comrade Farotimi, I know you don't like all these additions to your name. You don't like to be referred to as Barrister Farotimi. You don't like to be referred as anything. But um, see, I'm so pissed off. I'm not happy. Like I'm not just happy. I wish there was another word I could use to describe this. People like you and all you're just saying just do. It's so simplified. You're not even complicated in your simple demand. You just
Well,
do things correctly. And see what I want to do. Tell us exactly what happened, because I know I want people to really, because this is the only way we can put our message across. I want people to understand
okay.
exactly what happened.
See, sometime early last week, you know, let me put it this way. Paranoia is essentially a heightened sense of self-preservation in the activist. If you occupy any sort of space in activism in Nigeria, you know that you must constantly look over your shoulder. That's normal. But sometime last week, I noticed some I'd noticed some movements, like maybe I was being tailed or something. I wasn't too sure, but I was extra cautious running towards the end of the upper week and the beginning of last week. I was extra cautious because, and then I've had some whispers. I've been living in Lagos for 35 years. I I attended LASU. I spent 12 years in LASU. I have been living in the Lekki axis since 2002. That's 19 years ago now. I've been here 19 years. So Lekki grew in front of me. I saw each and every one of the villages become a metropolis. So this is my hood. And I know elements in this hood, like anyone who, if you know your neighborhood, you know people in your neighborhood. And so by Monday, one of these persons called me and said he needed to see me. And he was a little strange. So I said, okay. I arranged to see him. And he told me point blank of a conversation he was privy to between a principal person within the Etiosa axis and one of the known hitmen in this neighborhood as well. And he had enough to be able to make out the outline of a plot, both to keep me under watch and to then determine the suitable point for the actual hit to take place. The person who was designated as the shooter was also mentioned. So I was in a situation where both the principal coordinator / sponsor of the plot was positively identified. He also happens to be somebody that I know and I've known for some time. And I know where his sympathies and loyalties are. I know what his politics are. And I know exactly why he would see it fit to harbor such evil intentions against me. So this was by Thursday. So I immediately, after being told, I started taking countermeasures. But I have a habit. I don't react. I hate reactions. Reactions are for fools, as far as I'm concerned. So I took time to consider my response. So first of all, I left Lagos. I went away somewhere and came back on Sunday. By the time I came back on Sunday, of course, I had talked to principal members of my own organization. I'm part of an organization known as Gramimba, the Radical Agenda Movement in the Nigerian Bar. I spoke with our chairman, Baba Shino Ogunlano. I spoke with some very dear friends, consulted my family members, consulted widely with a lot of friends. And the conclusion was reached that it was necessary to submit a petition to the law enforcement agencies. So we got those petitions ready. By Monday morning, we had delivered petitions both to the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State and to the DSS in Lagos State. And it was only after that I decided that, okay, now having informed the law enforcement agencies, it is equally necessary. In fact, it is even more necessary that Nigerians should be aware of what is going on. Let me say this, Chidi. As I've said already, it's impossible for anyone to be in the activist space in Nigeria, be genuine about what you do, and not manage to get these murderous crooks angry with you. So we always know that you are in their gun sight. But this is different. This wasn't just about generally being displeased with me. This was them taking concrete steps designed towards my elimination. So as I said, it pleases God that the plot was leaked. And I felt that it was critical that information be placed in the public space so that should in case anything happen, which I doubt seriously, because really, God passed them now. God passed them. I know they find office, I know they find money, I know they chase clout. Now waiting I see, now I talk. And I know they chase anybody to give me anything. I'm not looking for anything. If I would even just keep my mouth shut and face my business, I'll be a lot richer. I would have, but maybe I'll have less peace of mind. But right now, I have peace of mind. They are probably the ones who can't sleep. I'm snoring loudly. I'm sleeping longer than usual. So this is normal. It's par for the course. You don't want the heat. You don't enter the kitchen. It's like somebody telling Yele, what are you doing in Abu? He knows. He knew before he started that these monkeys will act the way they've acted. So I also knew long before anything that this is normal. I won't be the first person threatened. In my own case, I'm even lucky. It wasn't a threat, it was a plot, but I got to hear. What about all the people who have died unknown, unsung? You know how many people have died supposedly in armed robberies that are not armed robberies? Nigeria is an evil place. It's not just the government, even individuals. You offend people instead of them to talk to each other. No dispute resolution mechanism. Just kill the person. That's our way now. We've become a very violent people, but nobody is more violent than the Nigerian government at different levels. It's crazy. So, like I said, me, I'm blessed to have at least had the plot lead. That's the difference between me and the person whose obituary some people might be reading, because it would just have been another accident. It was like they would have said it was a robbery gone wrong. You can be sure they would not make it look like an assassination. It would have ended up looking like a robbery. Now then, these are experts. Not be today. I won't be the first if it had happened. I would definitely not have been the first. Something they've done for years. They are well practiced at it.
Nothing is gonna happen to you, my brother. I can assure you. When
Only
I
nothing.
say when I say nothing is gonna happen to you, what you stand for, it's already too late. It's too late. If the mistake they made is to allow you to live up to now and to get us to know you and to get you to inspire a lot of us. People look at me and they say, "Brother Chidi, this your mustache." I say, "You've not even seen Dele's mustache. You're complaining about Chidi's
This
own."
your own fine. Now you just can't be like
Me, I don't do. I don't do. I just, it remains small. I have
I'm
to
shaving
start
this
twist.
also.
When this
I'm
one
shaving
grow
this
big
also.
again, I'll even go into twisting. So this one is coming, and then this one. So it's already too late. We've already
No,
been
this one
ready.
is going. Me, I'm shaving this one.
We've already been radicalized. So don't worry, they came too late, and then there are so many other people doing so many things, and it's amazing when you're talking about how crazy Nigeria has become, a place where the government chooses to pursue people like you, but at the same time they are arranging meetings with terrorist organizations. They are arranging meetings with kidnappers and doing a photo op of them handing money over to somebody who is it. There's one picture that was so graphic to me. Somebody is carrying big machine guns and you are handing money over to them,
Carrying RPGs,
and you're giving the
and
person
some
money.
of them anti-aircraft
Yes, I
guns.
saw it. And you're giving the person money. So what are you telling the person? You're telling the person, go and look. That's why I said, now tell me, Dele, do you not suspect there is more to what we are seeing?
No, see, I I'm always, because I said some things that will sound outlandish to the person who will not find the time to hear me out. I have found the habit of making sure that I make my arguments in writing, so
Mm.
that even if you read it the first time and didn't understand, by the time you are reading it a second, third, or fourth time, you might be able to. But to answer your question, I actually think that Nigeria is in a place where we are entering the end game.
Hmm.
Uh, Certain persons, people in government, high up, it's almost like they are looking to provoke a war, deliberately looking to provoke a war. I've sought to understand what might be going on for some time, because it's nothing new. It's a phenomenon that most people have not paid attention to. Nigeria is the only place where the state actively seeks to make enemies of its citizens. It's almost like deliberately promoting divisions amongst the people within the country. And then you find that we have gotten to a point where it's almost like all of us don't want Nigeria again. We're tired of Nigeria. People are not speaking to his unity anymore. Everybody is speaking to his division. And then you find that those who should be seeking a promotion of his unity, people like our president, governors, you find them saying things that suggest that they would prefer that everything goes up in smoke.
Oh.
Somebody is busy telling me I should understand that a Fulani headsman has the right to bear arms.
Oh. Oh.
Wumi is asking me to accept that the bandits, rapists, arsonists, bestial people who are busy killing and rape a man in front of his wife, rape a wife in front of his. You are telling me these are not bad people, they are militants. They were aggrieved. And you know, when you listen to all of these, you begin to ask yourself, how do these people expect the recipient of this evil to respond? And then whilst you're still busy wrapping your brains around all of this, the Minister for Defense comes out and tells you, stop being cowardly, defend yourselves. So I'm scratching my head. I should stop being cowardly. I should defend myself.
Hey.
He's saying to me, in effect, that the state has failed in its primary duty to me, which is to protect me. So I must now take it upon myself to take the duty of the state and put it on myself. So you're saying that Sunday Igboho was actually 100% correct in doing what he did. You're saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was miles ahead of everybody all along. You're saying that T.Y. Danjuma was actually quite prescient when he said that we should defend ourselves or we'll be killed. So when you begin to hear these kind of things and then you realize that it was in the midst of all of this that someone like me is hearing news of a plot on my life, you ask yourself, who is the real terrorist in the sight of the Nigerian state and its rulers? You find very quickly that the real terrorists in their sight are those who dare to challenge their authority, those who question their actions, those who demand citizenship of the Nigerian state. Those are the real terrorists. That's why they will pack unarmed, non-violent protesters, pack them in Black Maria for daring to protest, which is a fundamental right in a democracy. But ours then is not a democracy, is it? It's not. So the issue is the Nigerian state defines security in much different terms than we do. And we just have to accept that that is the way the Nigerian state functions.
See, sorry.
I think it's come back on. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah. Just hold on. I think I messed things up a little bit. Let me get it back to what it should be. I'm gonna do that very soon. My brother, why I am happy with what I'm hearing is because let me see. I don't even know what's going on with my system again, but I'm gonna get it back now. Just give me 1 second. why I'm actually very I'm actually very happy with what is going on is because I remember when last you were here. When last you were here, and we were talking about Mazen Namde Kanu, and
Yeah.
and I told you, I said, please do me a favor and go and listen to the interview with him and Dele Momodu.
Normal, yeah.
Yes. And I know you must have listened, and not even that, you must have taken time to investigate Mazen Nnamdi Kanu more, because by your statement I can imagine. So now you already opened your statement by saying it begins to look like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was ahead of all of us. So what do you think about him equipping ESN, the Eastern Security Network, and showing it to the government of the day? What do you think now about it?
You see, I have learned something in the past couple of years. And this is the fact that it was from something Desmond Tutu said, actually. He says that in a quarrel or a fight between the elephant and a mouse,
Hmm.
if you say you are neutral, you have already taken side.
Okay.
Now, anything a man does in the quest for his freedom,
Yes.
I will never question it. I stopped doing that since like 2 years ago. The moment I recognize the fact that the Nigerian struggle is not a pro-democracy struggle,
Hmm.
it is a liberation struggle,
Hmm.
I stopped finding any moral argument against the choices of those who are fighting for their freedom. I am a man who is reflexively non-violent. Unless I have no choice, I do not embrace violence. But I have also come to realize that violence is subjective. A man comes to my door and he craps at my door, and I take my cutlass and I cut his nyash. Who is the violent man?
To.
The man who comes to my door to crap, or me who exercise my right of dominion over my space? Who is the violent man? It is the man who has come to my door. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu does not speak the same language as I do, but then why should he speak the same language as me? Are we the same?
To.
Our temperaments are not the same. The question is he fighting a just cause? That is the question. For me, at every point in time, that is the question. Is his cause just? And in this case, I'll tell you straight up, his cause is just. It is within the right of every man. One of the very first rights that are completely inalienable is the right to self-defense. If you are in your own homeland and you have become the subject of all manner of bestiality in your own land, and the government has manifestly failed, manifestly, at taking care of your interest and securing your lives and properties, you have every right to take steps in protection of those rights. And that's what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and his people have done. I don't live in the East. I don't know the objective realities of the East, but I know the objective realities of the Southwest where I live. I said I left Lagos. Yes, I left Lagos. I went to Ibadan. For me to go to Ibadan, which is a place I used to go like next door, I had palpitations. I was worried about all kinds of security challenges on the road to Ibadan. Ibadan to Lagos, you are worried again.
Can you imagine?
And then when I was coming back on Sunday, I had concerns coming back as well. And it was only later on that I realized just how justified my fears and worries were, because I heard news that same Sunday that I traveled on that road, people were kidnapped.
See?
The Wednesday, which was the day before I left, people were kidnapped on that same road. So think about it. Between Ibadan to Lagos, you are having people picked up the primary road between the two cities. Between Iperu and Shagamu, you find, because now The reality is that that road is no longer safe. Every time you're driving on that road, you are dealing with death between armed robbers, kidnappers, and in fact, I think these days even armed robbers are now freelancing as kidnappers.
Dele, I want to show you something. I want to show you
Yes,
something. I'm going to let you go because I know you need to rest. You've been through so much, and I don't want to keep
thank
you.
you.
But I want to show you this, and this picture you're seeing here. This picture.
I ain't seen any picture yet, though.
Okay. I'm gonna show you. It's gonna come to you. It's dark. It's very very dark, so you may not see it clearly, but you'll be able to make out the outline of a car. You make out the outline of a car. And someone is joining us. That outline is the back of a car. That thing is bullets that they
I've
use.
seen it. Yeah.
Yes, that thing is bullet they use to read to those things are bullets. That's all I can say. And you can imagine
Yeah.
a gun that can make that size of hole on a car. Okay,
Those are high caliber rifles.
I'm telling you. And the person who they use this on is a young man who I just brought in here. I've known him because today I'm talking about why all this thing about trying to assassinate good men. Good men. This is a young man. I'm handing him over to you. He has worked so hard in this struggle. He's someone that I have seen chasing policemen on Okada, and policemen are running. You know that kind of thing because they are collecting bribes. So that's another Farotimi in the making. He's a one-man riot squad. He's been fighting the no, I'm telling, when I say he's fighting the police, literally chasing them. Because you know when you are
This one has suicidal man. You
Ah.
They chase police on you. You better warn yourself. They chase police for Lagos.
so, and honestly, I'm telling you, this guy is for you to see me, tell you that he's somebody I am handing over to you. You must know that he has done things that makes me recommend him. And I don't know why they should target someone like him for assassination. So I just before
No. See here, Chidi,
Mm,
understand something and understand it quickly. And
Yeah.
I'm happy. Sorry, brother, what's the name?
Harrison.
Harrison. I'm happy Harrison is here. And you will hear that he will bear me out now. One of the first things I said to him when I came on is that before you even dare to open your mouth in Nigeria, you had already killed yourself. That's the first thing you do. You die first.
mm,
Because if you are not dead to your fears, you dare not come out to talk. Because the moment you open your mouth to speak, all the evil men in your space, all of them, the beneficiaries of the evil, the perpetrators of the evil, each and every one of them in your space will come out.
mhm.
There are some of them, you've not even done anything to them or against their interest. But because you dare not to be carrying your head down like this, in a society, it's like a slave plantation. If you're in a slave plantation and you are walking tall, the overseers will see you. You become a target for the overseers because you are walking tall.
Yes.
But if you cower and you place your head down, they won't notice you. So they want every one of us to walk around with our heads bowed, with our spirit cowed. But when you dare to raise your head up, you are already a target. So for this gentleman, Mr. Harrison, to have found the grace to even be his big, don't worry, stop chasing them around. How many you want chase? Instead of chasing these monkeys around, educate the people giving them the bribe to start resisting them.
Right.
Do you understand? That is what I do. I'm not going to chase any stupid. Look, I was student union president when I was in LASU. That was the peak of madness during the Nadeco years, 94, 95. I did not lead a single student on a riot or a protest. We protested. We got everything we ever wanted from the university authority. The state was very careful with us, but we never. All you see, education is more important than guns. See those people giving the bribes. Instead of chasing that policeman because they are fools, see the gun, we see as they spray your car. Only one of those bullets would have been sufficient to terminate you. One. But it pleases God to preserve you. Let me tell you, you are more effective when you chase after the Okada people, giving them the bribe, to tell those ones why they should not give the bribe. Do you understand? Each one of those Okada drivers that you convince not to drop the bribe is a soldier. The difference between the mob and the army is education.
Okay.
Spend your time educating the mob.
Okay. What I wanted, the point I wanted you to know, and thank you so much. I am glad that I got two of you to meet. And Gwamnishu, I need you to follow up because these are the people that will really guide you very well. I'm so that's why I had to call you quickly and tell you to sign in. Please, just tell us before he leaves what just in a summary, 5 minutes, who you are, what you've done, and what really happened. I want Oga Dele to hear it and then leave us. Go ahead.
All right. I'm a former awaiting trial prisoner. I spent 4 years in Kirikiri prison. I was arrested unlawfully, unjustly, and incarcerated in Kirikiri. I was a driver there in 2010 when my ex-boss accused me for armed robbery, kidnapping, and attempted murder. I was arrested by SARS. The then SARS took me from Asaba to Lagos State. So when I left prison in 2015, I decided to advocate for people who were also in prison, who were arrested unjustly, just like me. And that has been, the journey has just been like that from 2015 to date. So though I'm based in Delta State, and then the police officers there in Delta State, I'm not a friend to the police in Delta State. So anywhere they hear my name or they see me around or they see anybody telling them that he knows me, they are threats to them. So it's been one issue to the other. So I've been running, they pursue me every time also. I get them too. So when they collect money from people and I discover they collected money from people, I make sure they get the money back, recover it back, and hand it over to the victim too. Like this thing you said now is another thing I just got exposed now. The people need to be educated for them to resist by giving them money. That is one major thing now I just learned now too. So it is time now for us to focus on the masses, to stop giving them money. And also they should start doing the right thing too. If you are a kind of rider, you should have your license, you should have your papers complete. Then when they not ask you for money, you know they are looking for your trouble. So that's another one I learned today.
Exactly.
So what led to this shooting up your car?
I went to my community, my village, and some car was trailing me behind. So when I saw that the car was following me from almost 10 minutes drive from Asaba to my village, I have to, drive to a road, a tiny road, just to enter to my house. And I started hearing gunshots. So I have to match my brake, open the door, and jump into the bush. So that was how the shooting. They just shot my car, and I escaped that assassination attempt.
Oga Dele, I am going to let you go. I really appreciate that you came to talk to us in spite of what you're going through. I mean, that you managed to continue to keep your sanity. I don't know how you do that, but
please. Tell you say this? I resemble Hussein for your eye.
Hey.
If I say I could not die for Nigeria now.
So it's only
same people you see for Nigeria.
So it's only madness is keeping you alive in Nigeria.
Those of us now where they say don't come out. Now we not well. Now we remain. Who well not they live here. Nobody where they say they we yard.
Abi?
Nobody where say they we yard. All of us don't crease.
Hey.
None of us this same for here. Yeah.
This matter is serious.
Even you will go. I'll say that you. I beg.
My brother, I don't consider myself as sane. No,
All
this
of us
this
spirit
one is
don't work for this
sanity.
country.
This,
Mm-hmm.
this this is not sanity
We
now.
don't follow. My brother, God bless, man.
Thank you so much, Dele. Thank you very much. I'm gonna let you
Harrison,
Thank
go.
you, sir.
I
one
appreciate
love.
Thank you, sir.
everything. Yes, thank you
Okay,
very
fine.
much. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Okay, guys, the thing is messing up again. Harrison, please stand by. I'm gonna be with you. I'm just trying to
Okay,
work out what is going on. Um. Okay, I'm gonna bring you back. I'm gonna bring you back now, Harrison. Just stand by. Um. Stand by. Okay, so I'm back to you, Harrison.
yeah.
Today I'm discussing, all these attempts, assassination attempts at good people. This is a period when we are dealing with insecurity. We are dealing with Fulani herdsmen. In Delta State, it is nothing, it is not new. We see videos of women shouting, saying they are attacking us. So, is it Ubiluku? There was one at somewhere in Delta State, all of those places. So, it's not new. Why,
Yeah.
in a period like that, are you Fulani herdsmen? Why should somebody be pursuing you? What is really going on? I don't understand anymore.
It's crazy over here. Like in Delta, there is no day you will not hear that somebody is shot up or killed in Delta State. Currently in Delta State now, and that's why it's all over Nigeria. Every day people die and people are being kidnapped and shot at. So it's like it's a trend now in everywhere in Nigeria.
And what is the problem now? I mean, it's not what is the problem. What's the solution? Because you that is there will be able to tell me. Because sometimes when we talk, they say, you people abroad, the way you talk, you don't know what is on ground. Harrison, what is the solution? What
Yes.
should we do? The way this thing is going is too crazy. What should we do?
Mm. Like here in Delta State, we already told government that actually what we gave government suggestion on how to solve this issue by setting up security outfits. Each community should have a security outfit. That's what we told them. Because if you go to my village now and get people from my community to guard our community, and you pay them, you empower them, they know all these bad places, these bad people, where they stay. So my community people can be able to, secure my place because we know ourselves. They should know the bad people who are in that community. Then when new faces come to that community too, they should also be aware that these people are around. But here in Delta, what they did was to set up a joint patrol team comprises of the army, the police, the civil defense, and team them together to be fighting crime. And they already know that the citizens they don't have trust in the system. Currently the citizen does not have no single trust on the police we have here in Nigeria. So why now, putting the lives of Nigeria in the hands of these people that Nigerians don't have trust on? So why can't we now form our own security outfit to be able to fight this crime, fight them? So it's just a simple thing to do. But now they've already funded the money they are supposed to use to fund this security outfit from from our communities to fight this crime. They are now bringing in the people who were even in the joint patrol team they just inaugurated in Delta State. Where when you see the members of this bad SARS are still among them too. So it's like now, you know it's the whole thing, the whole idea is rubbish. So what I believe and I still say every day is, let us fight for ourselves. My community are ready to fight this crime because we know ourselves, and each community in that state should have a security outfit that can do this. Government can empower this security outfit, and they will do more better than these people. The system that we don't already we have lost we've lost confidence in.
One issue, it looks to me like the government does not like to listen. Will you say that?
Yes, they don't list. They listen, but everything is being politicized. When idea is bring on the table, someone who want to cash out from it, we now have to modernize it, and they bring it the way it will suit them. And again, to this issue of politics is another major thing too. If you don't belong to the caucus, when you bring idea, they will not take that idea from you because you don't belong to the inner caucus too. So they like the ideas, the stuff coming in to come from them. And when such idea is brought upon and they work on it, they always mess up with it too. So I believe this government should also listen to us, listen to our ideas, the suggestions we are bringing to them, because there will be a time when it will get to this skilling that everybody will not arm him or herself too, because that's what is leading now. Because you can't kill me, you can't kill my mother today, kill my father tomorrow, and you come and kill me and I will stand and wait for you. No, I have to arm myself too. That's just it. I have to arm myself. So if government refuses to listen to us today, a time will come when we will now defend ourselves by arming ourselves to fight back.
Okay, don't you think, my brother, I mean, sincerely speaking, I know, look, you live in Nigeria. Sometimes when I interview people who are in the middle of this thing, I feel bad that even after the interview, after they say what they have to say, they have to still live within that environment. Me, I don't live there. I can say anything I want. So when I see people like you, I really, really admire your courage, and I know the risk that you take. But my brother, if we want to call a spade, and we don't want to be politically correct, don't you think that all this advice, all this, it's already too late? Because the Fulani headsmen we're talking about are already there operating every day. The kidnappers are already operating. The armed robbery, the terrorism is there. We see it, koro. Nobody is safe. They attack entourage of governors. They just killed didn't they just kill the aide of the governor? In your, is it not in your state?
In Delta State, yes.
They just killed the governor's aide. So when you now look at all of this thing and you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out with ESN and give them guns, would you have anything against that? Would you blame him? Are you going to blame him for forming ESN? That's my question.
Nobody, like as it is now, nobody's going to blame him, or nobody's going to blame him, because people blaming him are people who are benefiting from this thing too. They are benefiting from the system too, because we can't sit down and close our eyes and watch people being slaughtered, being murdered. My king was killed by Fulani herdsmen in my community in Ubuluku. Yes, my king. You can Google it. Obi of Ubuluku was killed.
You see that?
They kidnapped him. Yes, he was kidnapped in my community and he was killed. A whole king, a king.
And what did the government do?
Not today. Today, the people who killed him are still in prison. They've not even convicted them. It's about 3 years, 4 years now that he was murdered. So these issues, like I said, that time has come that all Nigerians have to rise up and defend themselves. So that's just the thing they are leading us to do now, because they have failed to secure the lives and property in this country. They've failed woefully, and it is time for us now to take our own lives to our hand, use our hand to secure our lives. So that's what this whole thing is leading now. Because if you check all this whole thing, it's just some part of this country that this thing is coming up. So
see Harrison. Let me tell you why nobody can blame anybody in Nigeria for, in quotes, taking the laws into their hands. We've been trying to be very civilized. We've been saying, no, people, don't take the laws into your hands and all of that. But remember that in Nigeria, you have taken your security into your hands. You have taken, before that, you took your education into your hands. Nobody gave you education. You took your light. How many times do you get light from government? So you took your electricity supply into your hands by buying generator. Yes. You don't have pipe-borne water. Tap they run for your street. I remember in those days they used to have, when we were living in Enugu, they used to have a public pump. People go to public pump to fetch water. So now you buy, you drill borehole. So you have taken your water supply into your hands, or you buy tanker. So it is you. The road in front of your street, sometimes when I go contribute money, the place you bought land, you have to do the road by yourself to that land, because when you bought the land, it was all bush, no infrastructure. So you took the infrastructure into your hands, school fees into your hands, provision of drugs for a hospital, you took it into your hands. So why would you not be allowed to take it? Not that, why would you not be allowed? So if you end up taking your security into your hands, you will be justified.
Yes.
You will be justified. Harrison, honestly, I felt so bad when I saw that your car was shut up. That, I mean, it's only the grace of God that we are seeing you now. It is just by the grace of God. That's all I can say, because looking at that vehicle, the way it was, that thing, which side is it that they were shooting? This side is the driver's side.
Yeah, driver side, yes.
Is this the front of the car or the back of the car?
No, that's the back, from the back.
So it was the driver, the driver's side that they shot.
Yes.
And this person, you can see multiple bullets. They were shooting at the same point to try to get the driver.
Yes.
Were you driving or somebody was driving?
No, I was one driving. I was alone in the car.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was alone in the car.
And nothing touched you. And this is the position of your head, though. This is not.
That's it. They aiming for my head.
This is not funny at all. This is not it's not funny. Just talking about it, it will seem like this. It's not funny. It's not funny. Let me show the other picture that shows another view of the vehicle. And these are big.
Yes.
This is a high caliber bullet.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That place, if we don't do something very, very soon, we better do. And as we are talking, they are still carrying money to go and give the people that we are suspecting that they are doing this thing. They are giving them more money. If you give them more money, are you not telling them to buy more equipment?
Yes, more people, they will buy more equipment now and kidnap more people.
and we just they watch, they talk. We're still just talking about it. We are talking about, discussing about it. You sat in a discussion for ASSASS, because that's why I say government doesn't listen. You sat in that panel with ASSASS. What was the outcome of that panel?
Well, I just want to talk about only Delta, because I belong to Delta panel.
Yeah, Delta panel.
Yes. And I must say, Delta panel, because I'm there, I don't know for any other person again. I believe we have done our best, though we've not concluded our cases too. We are concluding this month. By end of this month, we will conclude our cases too. And a lot of stories came up too. We were able to review the cases, get some facts, investigated, and also write recommendation on some of these cases too. And I must say that we investigated thoroughly to make sure that people who deserve justice, who deserve compensation, will be compensated from now to maybe first week of June. Everybody will be compensated too. So stories came up. A lot of people were killed. A lot of people were injured. There's one story I would have dropped here, but I won't drop it because it's something that you will be interested to even hear. Mazin and Kano will also hear too. It's a very, very sensitive matter that was dropped at the panel. Nobody heard it. I've not ever heard about it before, but I heard it at the panel. I was shocked on how more than 14 persons were murdered. So that should be a story that I'm going to call you and brief you about too.
No problem, my brother. We know a lot of these cases, and at this point in time, my brother, you do what you must do, because the important thing is that wherever we find ourselves, you do your best. And I know you. Before I put somebody to my program, it has to be somebody that has credibility, because I know you. I know what you have done. Keep doing whatever you're doing, wherever you find yourself. Keep representing. It's not all the time you're going to be able to get everything that you want, but just try your best. For some of us, all that negotiation, we don't pass on. The revolution is coming. When it come, everybody go get their own fair share. And on that note, my brother, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much, and please keep safe. I don't know. you're trying your best. I don't even know what else to tell you. I just keep I just keep praying for you. I just keep praying. You and people like you, nothing will happen to you for us. You hear?
Thank you, sir.
I beg. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Stay safe, okay? Okay,
Yes.
but come before you go, remind me of that your foundation. Remind me of that your I know you don't like to ask for money.
Behind Bars Human Rights Foundation.
Behind bars human you so how does one find you? How does one find you?
We are
Uh
on Instagram, BBI Rights,
B-
at BBI Rights.
BBI Rights on Instagram, okay? Okay, is there a link there like people can donate money or something on that?
There's no link for donation.
You know you don't like to talk about money. Anyway, don't worry. If anybody wants to get in touch with him, please get in touch with me. People like this, you just need go there first and see what they do. How he takes people. If you think you've seen like these people where they maltreat their house help, but if you think you've seen any of those, go to his page. You see tons and tons of rescue missions they've done, and they've confronted the police. Sometimes when police has taken people's money, he's gone after them, brought that money back from the police, gave it to the people 100% intact. When you see people doing this kind of things, you want to put fuel in their vehicle, and it doesn't come begging for money. You know, there are people who they've not even registered the organization, they've not even done anything, they are asking you for money, they're asking you for money to start. No, those are not the kind of people. Go show us what you've done now, then we'll begin to assist you. These are the kind of people we should assist. So please go to BB what again?
BBI Rights.
BBI Rights.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Gwamnishu. Take care, my brother. Okay. All right.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Bye bye. Yeah. Okay. So that was Gwamnishu Harrison. That guy, you need to, now that I've told you his name, you can go on Facebook and check him out and see the kind of person that he is. And the funny thing is, Nigeria is so warped that these are the kind of people they want to assassinate. Do you see the kind of people that the government has time for? Do you see the kind of people that they set assassins on? In other places, in other civilized countries, in other places where people use their head, the government will be going after this kind of people. But in Nigeria, the government will be trying to work with this kind of people. But in Nigeria, it is the opposite. This is the kind of people that they want to kill. But I can tell you the good thing, the interesting thing. The interesting thing is that they are helping to tell our story. They are helping to tell our story. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to reply someone on the phone. They are helping to tell our story because by all these their nonsense moves, they are validating all the stories that we have been telling you about them. They are making us very, very correct. They are making us very, very correct. Did you hear from Dele Farotimi? And this is the same thing that is resounding everywhere. He said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it looks like he was ahead of all of us. Do you notice? It looks like he was ahead of all of us by the things that he was doing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you know that when it comes to assassination attempt, his own, they went into his house. They were not even planning. They actually went into there. They bombarded the whole place. You should go and play back that video. When you hear the sound that was coming out of that place, because somebody was streaming live, when you hear the sound that was coming out of his environment, you will know that these people came to kill him, like he was supposed to be eliminated. They were not joking. You see, it is only the good people that they want to kill in Nigeria. And then the bad ones are the ones that they give them money. They send them abroad. They you know, it's so funny. It's so funny that, and especially with the media, you look at somebody like Sheikh Gumi, they promote him, they call him all sorts of big names, and then they, when they call him all those big names, they give him money to go and give to the they give him money to go and give to the terrorists and the kidnappers. And then after that, the terrorists and the kidnappers will go and stay in a hotel, and they will fly abroad, and they will buy more ammunition. Meanwhile, the people that they killed, the people that they displaced, the people that they dealt with, that they have burnt their houses, they will end up in tents, in IDP camps. IDP camps. These are the people that they displaced. Don't you see that there are so many, they have so many pictures and videos of, you see other countries line up trying to take off in a race, all facing forward, and you see Nigeria facing backwards. Haven't you seen that many times? That is the true situation that we have in Nigeria. I've been looking at my phone and looking at my phone. I wanted to bring somebody in. This is somebody that does not need any introduction. When it comes to abduction, when it comes to abductions, when it comes to attempts at assassination, the reason why we go and bring people like this is that they have become masters at these things. These are people that they have been warning us, not now, for so many years. They have warned us, but I think some of us did not understand, and that is why from time to time, and they are so gracious that every time we still go, even in the midst of what they are going through, every time we still go to them to say, please come and speak to us, they still give us that that privilege to have them speak to us. So with all respect and honor, I want to bring into our program now, just for a brief moment, to talk about all these assassination attempts on good men. I have Mr. President Omoyele Sowore in the house. I know, yes, I know you two, you're surprised. I wanted to I wasn't sure because he's dealing with a situation right now as I speak to you, but he's been gracious to speak to us. Mr. President, we're happy to have you live on the show.
Thank you, Dr. Chidi. Okay, I think that, yeah. Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Chidi. As you know, we had two court cases today, and anytime we have this many cases, even if it's one, we have to deal with a lot of back-end issues, because the Nigerian state is after us all the time, and we're also after our own welfare and our own future all the time. So, in the middle of dealing with lawyers, dealing with judges, magistrates, we also have to plot for the future. And now we are doing Baba Buhari Must Go. We have this program online where people have been asked to download their own posters, print them and paste them across Nigeria. And it's important to announce that on your show. We'll send you a copy of this poster or some posters that people can print on their own and paste and distribute or digitally circulate. People ask us, why can't we wait 2023? And the simple answer I give them is that should suffering have a tenure in our life, should killings have a tenure in our life, should unemployment have a tenure in our life, should poverty have a tenor in our lives? Hunger, starvation, should they have a tenor in our lives? And that is what Buhari represents. So if you cannot wait for 2023 to eat or to find a job or to drive on a good road or to be safe in your own country, for your children to be safe in their schools, then you are not duty bound to stay within a tenor that makes you miserable and unsafe. We only all have one life to live. If one person's only agenda, a so called democratically elected leader, is to destroy you, you have a duty of self defense to ensure that he doesn't by helping him to leave you alone.
You're organizing this um, Occupy Nigeria,
Yeah.
and the Buhari must go is hashtag, and people keep wondering. There's been assassination attempts in your life, on your life, even while you were in detention. There were attempts to try to poison you and all of those, and your bail condition says shut up, don't do anything, don't talk, don't do, but you still continue to do this. Why do you continue to do this? You left America, you left your business, and you're right there in Nigeria. They are watching over you. You can't leave you can't leave Abuja, you can't, but you still don't want to give up.
No, there's no giving up, Dr. Chidi. And when people say to me, why don't you be afraid? I ask them, fear is not for man. We have been through this before. They've been trying to assassinate me since I was 22 years old. I think 23 years old at the University of Lagos, 1994. It was a major attempt. I was injected with unknown chemical substances. I was beaten, stabbed, and they continue. They tried to assassinate me in DSS. When they couldn't do that, they came to a court to abduct me and try to stab me with an object that didn't touch my skin. I don't know what that object was today, but I just know that whatever it was, we're lucky it didn't scratch me. When we were arrested on January the 1st, 2021, we thought we would die. It was like an assassination attempt. The beating, that was visited on us. In fact, Juwon, who was my co-detainee, was saying today that it feels like one bone is missing in his arm. But we just can't continue to live like this, and somebody has to make the sacrifice. And I always say to people, anybody could have been privileged to do this, and I see this more as a privilege as opposed to grandstanding that it's one special cause or that I was built for this. No, I just see it as a privilege, and I thank all of you who have always supported what we're doing. A lot of you are taking risk as much as I'm doing. Dr. Chidi is taking risk. He would know the day he tried to step on Nigerian soil under this Buhari regime that you're taking even more risk than you can imagine. But, one thing I said last night when I tweeted something about Buhari and the posters, print and paste campaign we were doing is to say, look, they can't kill everybody. They can't. The apartheid regime in South Africa had nuclear weapons, but they couldn't kill every black man until they fell. What's it called? The Batistuta in Cuba has superior firepower over to the past, but they couldn't kill everybody. Many of these dictators, have tried it before, and they couldn't get away with it. And I'm sure that Buhari too will go down in history in ignominy as a man who tried to cage us, who tried to suppress us, but failed. Well, we cannot make him fail except we make an attempt to break free.
I know you're very busy. You're preparing for so many things, like you told us, and I'm gonna keep you. I really appreciate your taking time to come and talk to us in the midst of all this. In the midst of all this confusion, the government is arming people who are already armed and helping them to go and get more weapons. Honestly, now they justify everything that ESN is doing by arming themselves, because even the chief of army staff is telling us to defend ourselves. So in the midst of all these conditions, I really appreciate when you come and talk to us.
I told you before, and I said it on my 50th birthday, that we are likely to be the last set of activists in Nigeria who will be using placards.
Oh,
We are probably the last rational people. The
good.
next generation of fighters are probably going to consider an upgrade to what we are using now, which many people consider archaic. But
Exactly.
we believe that we have serious moral power that can kill faster than guns and any kind of ammunition that might be in the arsenal of the government and those who believe in violence. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. President. I'll let you go. I appreciate your coming. Thank you very, very much. Okay, so that was Omoyele Sowore, and why I like see, sometimes this whole thing is tiring. It is very, very frustrating. You see, it's it's very tiring. Very, very. That's all I can say. But just like one man that I know very well, and I'm sure a lot of you know him, he will always say, "We must continue. We must continue because we are very, very close, very, very, very close, and you must keep doing your part." I'm doing my part. I know very well the dangers associated with what we do, and if you don't know, then I don't know, maybe something is wrong with your head. This thing is not, some people say, hey, actually you're a blogger. If that's what you think, then God save you, God help you. Or you say, oh, Omoyele Sowore is a publisher, so that's all you think. Or you think Nnamdi Kanu is the head of a group, organization, just organization. IPOB is just an association, maybe like your village association. No. And the thing is, this thing has gotten more serious. We are already in a revolution. All these ones that we announced when we're going to do Occupy Nigeria, and please, I'm going to I know where there are some videos. You see, one thing with me is sometimes I change my focus to deal with particular issues. The Occupy Nigeria and the Buhari must go thing, we have posts on it on our channel, but you know that we're going to come back and focus on it fully. But I needed to deal with these issues right now. Okay, today Sowore was in court. It says High Court Judge adjourns Omoyele Sowore human rights enforcement suit against DSS and AGF over unlawful detention to April 22nd, 2021. It says some of you don't even know that even as we're discussing issues, even as you see Sowore planning what he's planning, he also had cases that he was dealing with. And this is just for the benefit of some of you who just, some people just like to think or talk in a way that is very, very annoying to you. And now, for the benefit of those of you who think that way, I need you to understand that even today he was in court. Can you imagine? He was in court today talking about these issues that he has to deal with. Can you imagine that? So I'm looking for the poster. I wanted to show you guys so you know what is on board. There is a planned protest. Did you hear what Omoyele Sowore said? So it's not people, you misunderstand him a lot. I misunderstand a lot of people like me when we go about doing what we're doing. When Omoyele Sowore is organizing a protest, I've told people a long time ago, it's just that the government is not smart. If the government was smart, they would have been, bouncing. they would have been using what he's doing as a way of correcting themselves. But they will not do that. Foolishness will not let them do that, honestly speaking. If only they had known, they will be responding to the protest. I'm trying to show you guys Omoyele Sowore today in court. It wasn't even announced, and because sometimes it's not everything. You don't know the struggles that activists go through. So he didn't even announce it, but he just went to his court jejely. You know how many court cases they have to drag him, they have to call him to. Do you know how many of them? But I want to show you this. This happened quietly. A lot of you didn't know. Today this happened. And let me show you the photo news when I finish telling you what I'm telling you. So this is High Court judge that adjourns Omoyele Sowore's case, Omoyele Sowore and mandates fundamental human rights enforcement suit against DSS and the Attorney General of the Federation over unlawful detention. They adjourned it to April 22nd, 2021. But in the middle of all of this, Omoyele Sowore is still going ahead to campaign for revolution now, for a total shutdown. Let us start all over again. And is calling on everybody to join what is going on. You have to join what is going on. You have to let me show you. I'm sure I will find a poster here, and then you can do a video and you can do a video and post it up. Okay, you can do a video and post it up. Do a video of how you feel about the country, and we will be able to feature it. We're going to have a compilation of videos that will highlight what is going on. But one thing that he said that is actually scary is that we may be the last set. Did you hear that? The last set of people who are still carrying placard. Do you understand? We may be the last set of people who are still singing solidarity forever. Already ESN have already gone ahead. They are already ahead. You see, everything is going to work together. Everything will work together. We are going to come from different angles, from different directions. And when, how people say, when the sky don't dark finish, rain go fall. I think you understand. When the clouds gather, rain go fall. One thing I can tell you, and you can take this to bank, is that I hear the abundance of rain. I hear the rain from the air. The air don't smell. If you grow up in the village, or if you are somebody who is sensitive to nature, if they trained you well, if your parents showed you well, and you're in tune with nature, you will know when rain is about to fall. There is the air will begin to smell somehow. Those of you know what I'm talking about. There will be, the breeze will change. There will be some moisture in the air. That's when you will know that rain is about to fall. If you're smart, you will have noticed that the smell of the air has changed. Do you understand? The smell of the air has changed. All these ones we are doing, carrying banner, doing all this video, this is part of the smell. And people say, "Aga karaka, anaghị eri ngwụrọ." I've said this several times on my program. What does it mean? It means that the battle that was announced does not swallow the cripple, because the cripple had enough time to prepare for that battle. He will move ahead of everybody. That is what people like Omoyele Sowore has been doing. So he's been sounding this warning. But they say that Ijiji na-ada anụ ife na-eso ozu ana n'iyi. That means the fly that does not hear, they are telling you stay away from that corpse, stay away. You see the fly, they go to they land on the corpse. Very soon they go cover the casket. Where will the fly enter? Inside the grave, covered. And people talk another one, saying agwagide ntị, agwagide ntị, agwagide ntị ife. Ọ bụ na ntị anụrụ ife, mbọsị a ga-ebepụ isi ebelunya na ntị. The ear that they keep telling, they keep warning. You know how your parents will drag you by the ear? That ear that they keep dragging and warning and talking to. If that ear no hear any word, the day the trouble go happen, when they cut off the head, guess what goes with the head? No be the ear. They know they tell. Oh, make I speak am for my language first. Ada agwo chinti na so. They know they tell the man wey no dey hear, the deaf guy. They know they tell am say war don dey happen, because you go see, you will see it. Oh, the revolution, the real revolution, it will not be televised. Oh, you never hear am before. Oh no, this one is supporting film. You know, when you go to cinema, they show you supporting film before the real film. Oh, this one are rehearsal. Oh, you didn't know? Oh, ESN, and oh, this is rehearsal. The real revolution, which is coming, definitely. This is like I know that my name is Chidi Wanyanwu. The revolution is happening, but it will not be televised. It will not be on the radio. You will not read about it in the paper. No. This one that ESN is showing you where they did practice, showing you where they are demonstrating. You think you will know? You will know when the thing hits you. No, that one, when it happens, we are just warming up. We're just getting ready. Or this one that will carry placard and come and be singing. So our fundamental human rights. You dey see us, you carry us, go lock up. Then you could tell us come today, come tomorrow, restrict us. All that one now, you just dey joke. Oh, Lekki, ASSAS. No, that one is, come on now. This one now, friendly match. We just play friendly match. That one, that's ASSAS. Oh, but remember Obibo massacre now. You remember how you keep people in Obibo massacre? Remember Aba now. Remember all these things where you do. No, you do for Obibo. Oh, first of all, you do for Head Bridge. The other day, I saw the picture of Nigerian soldiers shooting IPOB people inside the primary school, just singing and clapping. You kneel down, you shot them. Then you kill people at Head Bridge side, Asaba area. Just they look you. People just they look you. Go just do. They just they talk. They negotiate with you. They talk. We do revolution now, protest. You carry Omoyele Sowore, you lock her up. Dele Farotimi talk. You send people to kill him. Just they do anyhow. Just they run our country anyhow you like. If anybody talk, my program, my channel go do, you go shut me down, shut us down. Just they do anyhow you like. Don't worry. Don't worry. The day of reckoning is upon us. Not that it's coming, it's already upon us. Watch what will happen in the weeks to come. You know, say, and when we talk like this, is the same intelligence that makes you look at something they happen. You look at fruit where you keep for table, where you supposed eat. They look at that fruit. The fruit small time come the day soft, you dey look am, you don't want chop am o, you dey look at the day soft. Do you not know that that fruit is on the way to final decay? It's spoiling now. You can predict that in the next how many days that nobody can eat that fruit again. E go don decay finish. The same way we dey look you, and the projection based on is showing us that you don decay finish. No be say you still dey decay, you don decay finish. Mene tekel of fasten, it's your handwriting on the wall so that your days are numbered. It's finished, over, kaput. This is where I'm going to end my presentation for today. I don't know why they would always want to assassinate the good men. Meanwhile, the bad men are there. You carry money, go give them to buy arms. You turn to the good men, and all you want to do is assassinate them. And how many people will you kill? How many people will you kill? I think by next Sunday we'll continue with our movie and show the part 2 of that chair movie, so that you see how the Cuban Revolution took place. They killed people, but at the end of the day, where are they today? The people never learn. I saw Okorocha being arrested. Somebody was showing me, I'm like, oh, what do you mean to waste my time? That one has passed now. People should go and learn from him. That one is too small compared to where we are. Okay? But I'd like to thank all of you. I see so many of you. I won't be able to call all your names, but I see even the things that you are writing. Thank you so much for your support. Please support everybody who is an activist. Do a video and post on the Occupy. There's the hashtag Revolution Now, hashtag Occupy Nigeria, hashtag Buhari must go, hashtag ESN, hashtag IPOB, hashtag Yele, hashtag Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Yele Sowore. Every activist, guys, you have to support them. What they are doing is not easy. My guest today, Dele, Farotimi, Gwamnishu, Harrison, all of these people, I please want to ask you to support what they are doing. All these people, I mentioned their names. From ESN, I contributed money to them, I contribute money to them. Revolution Now movement, I contribute money to what is going on in Revolution Now movement. Every time there's a protest, we have to contribute money, just so you know. Every time there's something happening, it takes money. Every time you see comrades moving from here to those comrades, they cannot even get job with anybody. They've been blacklisted. So we contribute money to that effect. Now in with Gwamnishu does a lot of good work. We should support him. Dele Farotimi, he's writing a book. I'm waiting for him to be done with his book and publish it. Those are the kind of ways that we support him. But he also, just by being there and speaking up for us, that is a ministry, and we must support him. Please support all of these people. And from all of us in the Toronto studio, Worship Media, on behalf of Dr. Erica and everybody who helps us do this job, I want to say we love you, and we ask that you continue to stay safe. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.